is my second video, and I just want to apologize for like ghosting y'all. It wasn't intentional. It's just that I just been living in the moment, and that's one thing that I can honestly say that I'm starting to love about myself is being present. Before, I used to, like, I felt the need to record everything, to take a picture of everything, and like instead of just sitting it in, taking it all in, enjoying, my friends, my family. And from my last video, that's honestly what I've been doing. I've just been present with my family, my friends, but mainly all of my energy and time has been going to my daughter. And it's been great. I can honestly say we had a great summer. She had a beautiful birthday. I might make like a recap of this year with the pictures and the photos of everything. Again, since the last video I believe I did in May. So yeah, I'll definitely do a 2025 recap video. But I'm making a video today to talk about it. Meaning, like, how has 2025 been to me, and what have I learned, and how it has helped me in my growth journey. So I can honestly say that 2025, it has been a very hard year for me and challenging, but the one thing that I can honestly take away from 2025 is it has taught me to give myself grace. Giving myself grace, being a single mother, life happens to all of us. Life's been lifing, you feel me? And I feel like throughout all of the things that I've been through, I have never once given myself credit, given myself a pat on the back for my strength, for my resilience, and just really getting myself out of the mud for real. And for me, it's different because like I don't have my parents. I really don't have, that support system, especially from like parents, to really be like, hey, on hard times, can you help me out? It's literally just me and my kid, and I'm just honestly proud of myself of how far I've come, and not just in life, but just like in general. I feel like outside of the grace, this year has taught me to put myself first, because I'm always so used to putting others in front of me that I forget that I'm a human too. I feel like for the past 4 years of my daughter's life, all my identity has been is just being a mom. And I tell people all the time, there's nothing more than I love than being a mother, but I'm also 29. I had my daughter when I was 25, and I felt like from 25 to 29, it's been nonstop. And I turn 30 next month, and I just feel like, especially with this year, again, I'm putting myself first, so I really can't wait to see what's to come for next year, especially turning 30. I feel like my 20s was such a hot mess. I hated my 20s. I was so lost, so confused. I thought I knew it all. I didn't know crap. And now, looking at what's to come when I'm 30, I know my life is going to be great. I'm currently going to be done with my second degree in 2027, and I actually got my graduation date, so I'm really excited about that. I remember when I got my first degree, I was fully blown pregnant. Like, I wouldn't say I was on the verge of dropping. My daughter is born in October. I graduated in August, so I was obviously hot belly and still getting on the grind, and that's something that I'm definitely going to, yes, appreciate, where I've come from and my growth. But again, just giving myself that grace, taking it all with time, and just smelling the roses. I work so much that I sometimes do forget to just breathe, just chill. So that's something that 2025 has taught me as well. 2025 has also mainly taught me about my self-worth and my self-love. And that's very big. Self-worth and self-love. I used to settle a lot. I used to take a lot of crap. I used to just felt like I needed to, or like I needed someone, you know, because my daughter's father, I was with him since I was 16, left him at 25, so he was all I knew. And then once we've broken up, in my mind, I felt like, well, oh my gosh, my life is over. What am I going to do? Yeah. And I've been single for 4 years. Obviously, I've been talking to guys, but no one has held that substance for me to say, like, hey, I really want to be in a relationship for real. And I can honestly say that my single journey has taught me so much about myself, my worth, what I want from a man, what I need in a relationship. And now that I have a daughter, the same reason why I left her father. I don't want my daughter being around certain things, and I don't have to settle for shit or take shit. So, you know, I feel like being single, especially this year, I feel like, yeah, being single this year has taught me again so much. Like, you know, and I feel like when the time is right, the right man will present himself to me in a way that I feel, you know, would be best. But until then, I'm gonna be running a strict program. I'm accepting applications, but there's no one out there yet who, I mean, like, there is. I'm lying. There's one guy. It's been on and off, on and off. He knows. He has my heart, but I don't know. All right, so, like, I'm gonna talk to y'all about it quick. Like, yeah, quick. So, boom. Is this guy. We've been doing this on and off for 2 years. And we both care about each other. And we both, I want to say, like, fake love each other. But he is, like, so annoying for real. Like, I feel like we want to take it there, but maybe we just not ready. And I feel like we be, like, overreading or overthinking it. So I don't know. But I'm hoping that in 2026, we kind of come to a close with it. Because now it's starting to become like, okay, like the on again and off again is starting to really drain me through. Like, obviously, you know, the other guys who I've talked to, like, yes, I care about them and everything like that. But it's different with this guy. And, you know, we've actually talked about, like, the future, kids, our lives together, like, everything. But it's gonna hurt me if I have to really cut ties with him for real, because there was a time where I, like, blacked on him, like, I'm tired of you playing games, playing in my face, yeah. Then we reconnected and it was cute for what it was, but then it's like we go through moments where it's like we're on and we're off, and I'm tired, family. I'm tired. So I don't know. And I don't have to deal with that either, but I feel like, okay, so I'm telling y'all I'm working on my self-love and my self-worth, but I'm still trying to navigate when to let go. Because I'm very big on comfort. Like, I like comfort. I like similar, you know, that feeling of like, okay, like, I know you, we've been through this, I'd rather go through all this with you than someone new, because if I go through it with someone new, I'm gonna have to really put my hands on them, and I just don't have patience. So that's something that I'm still, you know, trying to work with. But that's enough on the love life. I'll have to do a video, because my love life story times, baby, that would make some coin. Outside of the love life, I can honestly say that I'm happy for real. Like, I love the friends that I have. I'm appreciative of the relatives that I have in my life. And I'm just happy that I cut ties with, like, toxic people. You know, I'm just living my best life, you know, and I'm so excited. You know, I really can't wait. You know, next year I'm going to be moving to a different state. So, like, I'm starting, like, you know, a beautiful new journey with me and my daughter. But even, like, with me and my daughter, you know, my daughter turned 4 this year, and I'm so proud of her. You know, she has grown, and like, I'm not saying it, oh, because she's 4, like, no, like, you know, it's so beautiful to see my daughter just blossom. You know what I mean? Like, even though she's 4, she's very well aware. She's my twin. She's funny, she's smart. I'm just so proud of her. You know what I mean? She's killing it in school, and you know, she's going to be going to a new school, and she's so excited for it. I'm excited for her. We're going to be doing tours in March. Me and her godfather, who is my best friend. And I'm going to try to get him in some videos too, because that, like, our friendship and what we've been through to where we are now, that's like a beautiful story too. He is a big part of my support, as well as like my other friends and families, you know, not like my village in general. Y'all hold it down for real. So I'm very appreciative of y'all. But, you know, when it comes to as far as like a fatherly figure, he is one of the main who's been front and center, you know, for my daughter. And I'm just so appreciative of him, you know, and I love him with all my heart, you know. We're best friends for a reason, and he's my daughter's godfather for a reason. So I can't ask for anyone better to help me do this thing called life with my daughter. And you know, I just really can't wait to see what 2026 has to offer. I'm gonna try to do more content. I can admit I'm a very insecure person, and I always felt like if I want to do videos, I want it to be authentic. I don't want it to feel forced, and I actually want it to feel like it's, you know, real. You know, I don't want to give bullshit. This is what it is. What you see is what you get. And that's why I figured today, let me just record. Like, I'm in the mood. I have the time. Let me just put something out. So, you know, that's honestly all I got going on, y'all. That's it. That's all y'all getting from Big Mama. And, you know, I'm going to definitely make some more videos. You know, I'm going to try to give y'all more pieces of me and my personality. I get to see more of my other friends. So y'all get to meet, like, I'm going to try to have y'all meet some of my other friends, my relatives, like, just give y'all more pieces of me for real. Now, when it comes to my daughter, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not comfortable with posting her or making videos with her, only because she's 4. I'm very big on my daughter's innocence. I'm very big on my kid being a kid. I don't know. So I don't know. That's something I'm going to have to really tackle back and forth with, to if I really want to put my daughter out there like that. Because, like, my personal social media is one thing. Like, that's my family, my friends, like, people who I actually know for real. But when it comes to strangers, social media is weird. Like, you got a lot of predators. You got just weird people. And I'm just real big on don't let it get to mine. You know, I'm very protective of my kid, so I doubt I'll be posting or making any videos with her. But if for whatever reason, it gotta be like it has to make sense to me. But until then, you know, y'all are just gonna get me, my people, and just kind of like my day-to-day life for real. So, you know, I just appreciate y'all for clicking in, tuning in, and definitely gonna work on making the next video, maybe like a story time, or I should do a story time. Like, what do y'all think I should do? Should I do like a makeup video? You know, y'all watch me do my makeup. Should I do like a little haul? Should I do a mukbang? Like, y'all tell me in the comments. But until then, thank you so much, my babies, for letting me pop my ish. And that's it. So peace, love, and hair grease.